Despite being equipped with the mechanisms for checks and balances that help to guard against misrule, democracy still functions poorly without the practical application of and painstaking adherence to the rule of law. This is particularly true of governance in Africa. The failure to govern strictly in line with the law is the root cause of the challenges Africa as a continent is confronted with. The injustice, inequality, poverty, unemployment, corruption, insecurity, and ultimately development failure are all attributable to the disrespect for the law in governance. Sidestep the rule of law in governance, and institutions of governance will become weak and abuse of office inevitable. When governance is carried out without due regard for the rule of law, an injustice is always meted out one way or another to a section of society. The resultant grievance, if not immediately noticed and addressed, might find harbour in the deep recesses of the people's mind for a long time. In such a circumstance, a conflict, social or political, is always in the offing, waiting to explode just the next time a policy of government goes awry. This is the way the turbocharged passions of the people in any part of Africa rounds out in chaos and confusion, making the continent conflict-ridden. Again, the security challenge a conflict situation poses on the state and the health of its economy would present a drain on its meager resources. Development hopes will be cut short as a result, since security containment will be competing with development imperatives over the scarce foreign exchange of the state. Furthermore, the inability or unwillingness of public institutions to enforce rights and procedures results in deficiencies and ultimately in poor governance. Poor governance basically is governance that does not have any regard for the rule of law. When there is deficiency in the rule of law, there is certainly widespread corruption. And when a privileged few appropriate to themselves what rightfully belongs to all via executive or administrative discretion, the masses are left with little or nothing. This has bred and will continue to breed social and economic inequality across the continent. Corruption, especially when it is rife, goes beyond just breeding inequality, but it affects in no small way the poorest of the poor in society.